What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Clouds Media. Football Menace is back again live on Blue Clouds Media. We're streaming live to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So you can catch us on Facebook. You can catch us live on YouTube at the same time. It is a beautiful day somewhere, but here it's all gloomy and raining. That is what you're experiencing here and in Michigan, to be precise. So yes, it's a beautiful day, but we cannot go a day without talking about the footballing news. So yes, like I've said, every one of you is welcome back to Football Minutes, hosted by Nate Zion and Steven, my co-host, who's not here today. Brought to you by Blue Clouds Media. This is the show the way we talk about everything regarding football, from the biggest matches to the latest news and transfer rumors. And where do we start for? We're going to start from Chelsea fans and soccer target audience. This is a match watch live stream. You guys have to be here and support the stream. And today we'll be discussing the latest transfer news, including Mauricio Pochettino receiving a triple selection boost as some key players have returned to the training ground. So he might see certain players returning to the training ground, and also the Chelsea Supporters Trust. We will talk about the Chelsea Supporters Trust has called the decision to schedule Chelsea's match against Wolverhampton Wanderers on Christmas Eve unacceptable, and urge the Premier League to reverse its decision. Sandro Tonali has been banned from 10 months due to gambling addiction, plus also 8 months of participation in gambling rehabilitation plan. So this is what he'll be facing. And also we'll be looking at players that could make a return to the Brentford game. Yeah, sorry, I said, did I say Wolves? No, to the Brentford game. And also players that was still going to be on the injury list. So that is what we'll be looking at for the day. And I'm very, very happy to be here again. And also my lovely cherished viewers, Phantom of Minute Topic, and anyone else that is watching the stream now, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching us on Facebook, let me know where you're watching the show from. If you're watching us live on YouTube too, let me know where you're watching us from. And if it's the first time watching us, do not forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, keep your bell notification icon active at all time, as I've laid down the topics of the day. And we'll be right back in a second to start the topic. Do not go anywhere in a second. We'll be right back. Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome back to Football Minutes Live on Blue Clouds Media. My name is Nate Zion, and I'll be taking you guys through the next half an hour of live streaming where we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of today's topic. And I did talk about the topics of the day. We will be talking about Mauricio Pochettino's receive a triple selection boost as some key players have returned to training, and who are the players. We will be looking at those players, and also Chelsea superstar, player that Chelsea will be looking for in the summer to bring him back. Chelsea star. Okay, Chelsea supporters also support the trust has called the decision to schedule Chelsea's match against Wolves. My problem is, let me start from the Pochettino, and also Chelsea are looking forward to bring in Victor Osimhen. Yes, Chelsea target Victor Osimhen will likely be getting a move away from Napoli. But if he gets his move away from Napoli, where will he be his destination? He has lots of players that he idolizes. He has lots of idol players that he really look up to them. John Michallik is one of them. He obviously is also a Nigerian international. And also, no one else but Didier Terrible Drogba, who is an iconic striker of all time for the African continent. So that can also motivate, Victor Osimhen to join the Blues. So yes, but before we get into it, let's start with the main topic. First, Mauricio Pochettino received triple selection boost as some key players have returned to training. And who are the key players? The key players that we'll be looking at would be against Brentford game. Chelsea game against Brentford, Armando Broja, Axel Disasi, and Banyo Badishir. These players will likely be on the sheet for Brentford's game. How happy are you as a Chelsea fan? It looks like the call of the team is taking a shape little by little. With time, we will get the call of the sheet of the team as time goes on. Armando Broja, who suffered, and I think they said it was I think precaution. It was a little knock or knee something during international break. Armando Broja suffered a little injury. So with that, he was being sent back to Chelsea physical department for them to check him out and assess him because of precaution. Because we know how long Armando Broja, I think about 18 months, he's been out of the game for 18 months. He just returned, and when he returned, he played the game for Chelsea. Then he went for international duty. He has returned. He has to go through injury. He might likely make the bench against Brentford this weekend. So that's happy days for Chelsea fans. If you're very happy, I'm very happy. Just give me a thumb up. Let me know what you make of these topics going on. Amanda Broja, Axel Disasi, and Banu Badishir, 3 players might return. And we know we're trying to find out the call. Like I said, the call of the team is taking a shape. And once that take a shape, I'll be very, very happy to see the way forward, to see the best 11. Reece James playing at the right back row. If Chilwell is not ready, Cucurella is proving that he can play better with time and with sound mind. We can have Cucurella playing at that left back row, and I'm very, very happy for that also. But before we continue, let me see what our lovely viewers and those that have their comments in there. Phantom of Mini topic has already been there. He's a second to hit the like button. Where is Dan? Dan did not make it today. Dan did not make it today. Osimhen is not Premier League proven. He's not Premier League proven, but he is an elite striker, which I'll get there. Once I get there, I'll tell you why Osimhen will be better. He's young. He's elite striker in Europe. He's not elite striker just for the Italian league. You get what I'm saying? He has proven last season, even in this season, he's one of the dangerous strikers out there in Europe who can score many goals. So why wouldn't you go for a young player compared to Ivan Toney? I understand he's Premier League proven. None of our players are Premier League proven. And Chelsea team is not in a rush. Chelsea Football Club is not in a rush to go in for any silver medal right now. Now, Chelsea are building a team that can compete much better next year. So any player that comes in, they're trying to get a call. They're trying to understand the philosophy, the understanding the way Mauricio Pochettino play, and once the whole team understands how this gaffer plays, I'm sure next season it will pay off. Trust me, next season it will definitely pay off. We will find ourselves, we will start well, the team will start well, and the team will find itself in a better position than the team is at this moment. So Osimhen is not coming from Phantom said that. Where is Fofana done? I'm not so sure. Phantom. Ivan Toney is Premier League proven, but Arsenal is more attractive to him. That's Ivan Toney. To me, I know he's a good striker, but I prefer Osimhen. I don't want players with too much egos. I want players that will listen. I want players, Osimhen is not going to be gambling. Osimhen is a young player who's very hungry for success. He wants to succeed. So if you're looking for players who are very hungry to succeed and who don't have nothing, they have much. I wouldn't say nothing, but they have much to lose. Because Osimhen wants to be like Didier Drogba. Osimhen wants to be as great as George Oponvia, the only African player who have won the Ballon d'Or. Osimhen would like to be like him. So why would you jeopardize your movement? Won't you choose Chelsea? Because Chelsea is the team I wouldn't say in England alone, but then in London that can help players or help players win Champions League medals. We have the track record for that. Chelsea have the track record for that. Okay, so that's a Phantom topic. Thank you very much, Phantom, for your comment. Sell James and buy Osimhen to, I think it means balance the book. Yeah. Santiago, thank you very much. Santiago, how you doing, brother? I hope you're doing very well. It's been a while. I'm very happy you find time to hop on the channel today and then listen to the program that I think I'll take my head off. I'll take my headphone off because it's all me today, so there's no need to put my headphone on. I'll sell James and buy Osimhen to balance the book. That is what Santiago is saying. Like I said, thank you very much, Santiago, for your wonderful comment. Balance, yeah, I get that. It's okay. Swap James for real goalkeeper. Real goalkeeper, Real Madrid goalkeeper. I'm getting a bit confused here. Like a good goalkeeper or a Real Madrid goalkeeper? You didn't add Madrid, but I'm trying to, understand your. Yeah, I think. Look, I saw little clips of Petrovic at the training ground. So I feel like during the Brentford game, we might see Petrovic getting game time. Sanchez have to go on the bench and learn from the bench and learn not to make those mistakes anymore, because he has made those mistakes many times against the smaller opposition team. He never get punished for it. So I believe that if he gets some game time on the bench, reset himself, let's see what Petrovic can do. Like I've said, Chelsea is not in a rush for any silver medal. Going for any silver medal, but any domestic trophy can do for us, and we can push our way to Europe from the way I've seen the team playing. So that is what I'll say right now. Swap. Let's go for a good goalkeeper. We don't have to rush so much. We have Kepa. We don't know the situation with Kepa. Kepa can perform very well. Remember, Kepa still have a long-term contract with Chelsea. So I don't know. Is Chelsea going to let Kepa go and bring in another goalkeeper, or is Kepa going to stay with the team? All right, let's sign out David De Gea on a free transfer. Well, David can come in and do a good job, but once upon we're gonna end up going back to the same problem again. De Gea is not known for playing out from the back. He's not comfortable doing that. Would you want to bring in a David De Gea who struggles from playing out from the back, or would you want to keep Sanchez, who is good playing out from the back, but then he can develop and better his long range distribution? It's up to you. Let me know what you make of that. Yes, so okay, that's Santiago's comment again. Thank you very much, my big brother Santiago. Yeah, so James Chilwell, okay, sell James Chilwell, Sterling, and either Jackson or Broja, then buy goalkeeper and Osimhen. Osimhen is not going to come easy. Osimhen is going to be very expensive. I think they said around ESPN is talking about 170 million. That's how expensive Osimhen is going to be. So if Chelsea are ready for that, I mean, I don't care. It's not my money. It's the club's money and Todd Bowley's money. Clearly, Capital, they are bringing those money to purchase these players. So, thank you again, Santiago. Tammy Abraham and Romelu Lukaku, an elite striker in Serie A. Whoa, you cannot compare Tammy Abraham to Victor Osimhen. Why? I'm saying why because Victor Osimhen has got a lot of cap time, lots of games for the Super Eagles, which is Nigeria national team. So internationally, he's got a lot of experience, and also club side. He has played. Victor Osimhen, I think he's played at two different countries. He's been at Spain, if I can remember. He's been at Spain and also played at Italy. He hasn't played in England yet, but I know that he will do good when he moves to England. I believe he will do good. He will do good. So, guys, let me know where you're watching us from. If you're watching us from Facebook or if you're watching us from YouTube, just give me a thumb up and let me know where you're watching us from. And don't forget to send your comments in. If you just subscribe to the platform, also don't forget to keep your bell notification icon active at all times. So, anytime I post a video, you won't miss it. That's the main reason why you have to keep your bell notification icon active so you don't miss anything from the platform. Okay. Tammy Abraham and Romelu Lukaku, an elite striker. An elite striker in the Bundes, in the Serie A, just like Phantom said. This year, he sucks. No thanks. Phantom Santiago said Abraham is not an elite striker, even in the Serie A. He hasn't scored a lot of goals there. Absolutely. Just like I said. And San Phantom, you see, Santiago agrees with me. You cannot call Tammy Abraham an elite striker. You cannot compare Tammy to Victor Osimhen. Although nationality, they're all coming from the same country, Victor is much better. Victor was the under 17. He won the Golden Boot for under 17 competition when he was within that age. So he's prolific. Tammy is also good, but Victor has done much more better than Tammy in their footballing career so far. I don't trust a player without Premier League proven experience. No, you cannot say that because not all these. Now you tell me, is it Tonali, who's been banned today, is coming from Serie A. He's not a Premier League proven, is it? But look at how good it has been for Newcastle United. Sandro Tonali is not a Premier League proven. He's coming from, I think, AC Milan. And look how good he's playing with Newcastle United. So you cannot always say that any player that is not Premier League proven is not a good player. No, I disagree when you state it that way. I'll disagree with you because there's so many evidence that shows there are good players out there who are coming from other leagues. And what about Enzo Fernandez? Enzo Fernandez is not Premier League proven until they bought him from Benfica, and he's playing very good. He's been good last season. He's been good this season. Another example for you. Lots of players. Alexander Isak. Isak also coming from the Spanish league. He just got into the Newcastle league, playing wonderful. There's so many players out there. And also Jeremy Doku. Also, where was he coming from? I think either he was coming from the Italian league or the Spanish league, one of them. Where he was coming from, he just got into Manchester City team. He's playing very good. So it's not all the players. Phantom, you have to trust the scouting. If you limit yourself to only buying Premier League proven players, you're not going to max your team. That is right. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Santiago. Thank you. You're spot on. Just exactly what I'm saying. Phantom, you need to listen for a second. I know you do listen, but listen to this for a second. It's not all Premier League proven players that goes ahead to become even much better. There are so many players that have come from other leagues. You fancy Diego Costa. Diego Costa was coming from the Spanish league, wasn't he? He was coming from the Spanish league to Chelsea. To Chelsea, he performed very well. So not all the time that you got to rely on Premier League players. Ivan Toney, to me, his age and what we are going, I know the team wants to balance with more experienced players, but then Ivan Toney's age, how long? 28 years old. How long are you going to have Ivan Toney at Chelsea? Look how long you have Didier Drogba. Look at how long you have maybe Michael Essien, or maybe how long you have um, Frank Lampard and all those legends. You want to see that. That is what makes you understand your team, Chelsea team. When they put the paper down, you don't even have to look at the paper. You already know your starting 11. It's right in the back of your head. So that is what we want: longevity, long-term players that will last long for the team. So that's what Santiago just said. So what did Phantom say again? Santiago scouting said Warner scored 29 goals, Harvey 24 goals. Nothing prepared them for Premier League. Yes, that is just by them. When will the goalkeepers? When will the goalkeepers from Chicago, Fire, and New England be ready? The new which Santiago, if you've not been watching the episode that we just launched our new podcast a while ago. We did talk about Slonini. Slonini is a very, very good goalkeeper. Very, very. If you remember, there's a competition called Jeans something. He was one, I think, 50 young best players. Slonini will come. He will come better. He need much more, a little bit experience. We saw his performance during the preseason, and I know everything will come with time. Just like Santos also have to adapt and understand the English game. He's got so much of the Brazilian style to his game. That is why when he goes international, he performs much better, but he cannot understand the English game. And from what I'm hearing, Santos will be moving on to Portugal in January. In January, he'll be moving on to Portugal for more game time and experience for him to prepare himself to the Premier League. So that's Santiago. La Liga is on par with the Premier League. Phantom said that Bundesliga and Serie A are below the La Liga and Premier League. Phantom, just like the NFL and NBA draft, you're not going to get it right all the time. Hit or miss. It is true. I've said this many times on this platform. There's no transfer that you make that is going to guarantee you that this player is going to make it. There's no transfer like that. If you're lucky, the player can hit the ground running, or if you're lucky, it will take forever for the player to adapt to the English game. Get it? Please get that one. All right. Just hope for more hits than misses, which we saw. We've seen many happen. Many players that have been to Chelsea. Andriy Shevchenko, I always say, it's one of the best strikers at Europe at that time. He was banging in goals left, right, center in the Italian league. He came to Chelsea, couldn't fulfill his mission. So that's one of the problems also that went with some of these big players. La Liga is far superior to Serie A and Bundesliga. I hardly know anything about Diego Costa. I joined Chelsea in Syria. Okay, I joined Chelsea in Sarri era. Okay. Whoa, Diego Costa was another player, good player. He came in. It took Didier Drogba almost one season, the end of the season, to be able to adapt to the style and play of the English game. And Nkunku is not Premier proven. Do you want him off the team, Phantom? Okay, another question, Phantom. You answer Santiago. His answer is actually a quite good question. Nkunku did well for 35 minutes before injury. Nkunku has not proven anything yet. I understand, but he's saying he's not Premier League proven, but he's a good player. Christian Pulisic wasn't Premier League proven, but we brought him from Dortmund. We paid money for him to stay there for a season. When the season came to an end, he joined Chelsea from Dortmund. But he played much better Christian Pulisic will have still be at Chelsea if he hasn't been getting that many injury. He's too plastic. He's too fragile. All the time going down. That's the main reason why Christian has to go, because he gets injured. He goes out for a long time. Then he has to go through rehabilitation, then match fitness again, then come back again, play a couple games, 2, 3 games, 5 games. Then he goes down again. You get what I'm saying? So it was better for us to cash up on him and get money back and move on. So thank you all, guys. I think I've read almost all the comments right now. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next topic. Keep the comments coming. Keep them coming. I've talked about what you guys make, Santiago. If you guys are watching me, those that live around the London area, what do you guys make of? I've talked about the Mauricio Pochettino having 3 players coming back, which I did talk about. Beno Badishia, one of them, Amando Broja, also one of those players, and also Axel Disasi. Those players will be coming back, will be returning. So let me know what you guys make of those players coming back. But also, the next topic will be the London Trust. Hold on. Thank you. Let me get that my topics of the day. Yeah, Tonali band. But before the Tonali band issue, I will be talking about the Chelsea Supporters Trust Fund has called the decision to schedule Chelsea's match against I think Brentford and not Wolves. Like I said, Brentford and Christmas Eve unacceptable, as they describe it to be unacceptable, and urge the Premier League to revisit it and change the decision. What do you guys make? Because I don't know the culture so much in UK because I haven't been there. But I know Christmas Eve is not a holiday, but it might be a time that the only reason why the Chelsea supporters trust are saying this is because they have made their table. They have scheduled the employees, those will be working from beginning of the season till the end of the season. So if you change certain things in that regard, so it means that they have to employ other people and change so many equipment, which they are saying that it's going to be involve more money. And whilst involving more money, it means that so many things have to come in place to make that happen. So they are very, very upset with that decision that the Premier League are making. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think that the decision made is okay? We should carry on with that, or does it need to be changed? Does it need to be changed? All is up to y'all that are listening and watching. So like I said, we got 6 of us watching live here. Thank you guys all. Anyone that has put a like, drop a like on the video. Thank you for doing that for your brother here on Football Minutes live on Blue Clouds Media. And also you can catch us live on Facebook with Blue Clouds Media on Facebook at the same time. Football Minutes live on Blue Clouds Media on Facebook. Keep your comments coming and I'll come back to the comments again. So yes, that's my 2 cents on the supporters trust, Chelsea supporters trust statement. I think I have the statement on my screen. Let me see if I can find that statement on the screen, and then I will share that statement with you guys. Let me find that real quick, guys. Let me find that real quick for you. The statement that was being made today. I thought I had it in my. Come on. All right, I got it now. Here you go. All right. So yeah, this was a statement that was being made today. If any one of you, if you guys haven't seen it, let me share this with you. And the statement said the Premier League has announced what that Wolves. Okay, Wolverhampton. I say Wolves, and I said Brentford. Oh God, give me. I'm getting tired over here. All right, the Premier League has announced that Wolverhampton Wanderers vs Chelsea will be played on Christmas Eve. It will be played on a Christmas Eve. This will be the first Premier League fixture played on Christmas Eve since 1995. So that means that no game has ever been played since 1995, and this is the very, very first one. 1995 CST comment. Okay, Chelsea Trust Fund um, comment. It is totally unacceptable. The Wolves versus Chelsea has been scheduled for Christmas Eve. Since rumors circulate begin to circulate on this issue, Chelsea supporters trust has been clear that selection has kicked off. Time time will place another handle in the way of many match going supporters. Not only could this lead to staffing issues, so it means that they have to bring more people on board. It means that they have to bring in extra staff, extra employees to do this job. Issue at but holiday transport timetable will further inconvenience supporters. So just like I said, this is one of the issues that can affect things, because according to them, no game was meant to be played on Christmas Eve. So it means that they have to pay extra money, because and they never know that there was going to be a game on Christmas Eve. So whilst the Chelsea and Wolves game has been moved to Christmas Eve, it means that whoever has anything scheduled to do on Christmas Eve will have to stop it, which you have to pay compensation. You have to pay bonuses to all these people who have scheduled time. There are people that have scheduled for engagement, weddings, and all that kind of stuff. So it means that you have to pay bonuses, compensations to all these people to be able to make it on this day, whether stewards. When you talk about people, staff, you're talking about stewards. You're talking about pitch management, those that take care of the pitch, food, the cafeteria, all those places, and also security. Security, those that have other jobs somewhere that they have to go and do during the Christmas Eve. They have to change their schedule. Everyone have to change their schedule to meet this game, to be able to meet this game. So it is a very, very difficult thing for the Chelsea supporters trust to deal with, and I understand I understand why they are upset. I understand why they are very, very upset about this. So that's just by the way. Now we're gonna move on to the next one. Is Tonali, Tonali. What went wrong for this young chap over there? Tonali, what went wrong? And my question to you guys listening is: do you think that AC Milan knew that this was going to happen and they dodged the bullet a long time ago? One of the reasons why they sold Tonali to Newcastle United. And do you think that there will be questions from Newcastle FC Football Club to AC Milan, or there will be a litigation thing going on here? If you guys knew that Tonali has been he's been an addict of gambling. He's been gambling, and you guys know this issue is hanging around Tonali. Why do you sell Tonali to Newcastle United? That's the question. That's the question. Do you think that the Newcastle will go in with questions like that, with lawyers trying to sue AC Milan on how to win the deal about, if Tonali was not going to be to now? It means that even when Italy qualifies for the European competition, Tonali cannot fixture. Tonali cannot play. Tonali will be gone for eight whole month. Let me get the what happened to my camera? It's right back. Okay. Let me get the tweet from Fabrizio Romano earlier on in regards to Tonali's band. Let me get that here so we can I had it on the screen. I don't know what I did with it. But okay. I think I will go to my platform on Facebook and see if I can find it. I'll go to my platform on Facebook. That would be the best, easy for me. So those that are watching me on Facebook that don't know much about Blue Clouds Media Stream, my channel on Facebook, I think I have here. Let me see. In a second, guys. Apologize for little setback. If anything, I was thinking of just showing his picture, but not the tweet. But All right, let me see. I think I have it. I'll go on my. Thank you guys for having the patience for me. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, just like I said, if you're on Facebook, you can watch, like I said, you can watch Blue Clouds Media on Facebook, and this is me on live streaming on YouTube and then on Facebook at the same time. So yeah, you can check it if you are on Facebook. I think let me see if I can find the Tonali issue news right here. Let me see if it's there. If it's not there, I probably have to move away from Blue Clouds Media. I have to go to Chelsea Insight. I have another platform called Chelsea Insight, which also belongs to me. You guys can check that out over there. Tonali. Okay, so that is my tweet earlier on. Um, let me zoom it in for a little bit because it's a bit too small. Okay, I think I'll change this from there. Um, all right, so if if you're watching, that is what I just tweeted a while ago. So Sandro Tonali been banned for football. Imminent, it's 10-month suspension from playing, plus an additional 8 months for him. So in all, he'd be going for 18 months. In all, he'll be going for 18 months for participation in gambling rehab planned. Reports from Gazeta, the Galispo, whatever they call it, Gazeta. So one of the another trusted sources that gave it, and it's now official. He's been banned 18 months. But the question is that 18 months enough for people that gamble in I wouldn't say sports, in football? Because I'm not so sure if it's really gamble on his team to go and win or a team to lose. Because that's a very, very bad thing for players to do. If you go and place in a bet for your team to lose or a team to win, it means that you contribute. It means that you're playing the role for a defeat because of your own selfish interest. Because if you place a bet for a team to lose, it means that when your team lose, you don't play very well. You end up gaining a lot of money. Because usually, if you play Juventus, the odds are always against a big team. But if that Juventus team loses, it means you make a lot of money, and that's what they were doing. So, that's just by the way we've gone through that. We're still on the Tonalo issue. If you guys have anything you want to talk about Tonalo issue over here with the band, do you think that the 18 months ban is fair? Do you think that's good enough, or do you think he should have received more band than just what do you call it, 18 months? But I think Nkuku was a cheap transfer. Nkuku did well for okay. Nkuku was a cheap transfer coming from Phantom. Thank you very much, Phantom. Santiago. Santiago said there's lots of Premier League proven players that Chelsea signed and flop also. Sterling has been average. Yes, you could say Sterling hasn't been because he hasn't provided that consistency. It's always on and off, on and off, on and off, which I agree with you, Santiago. Osimhen will not be cheap from Napoli. No, 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 no. Now I'll read the reports coming from the ESPN. I'm willing to swap James for Osimhen. Rich James. Let's see. Let's see. Right now, it's a big confusion right now with Rich James. Chelsea are trying to protect him so he doesn't go through under the knife. So as well as he take care of himself, he'll be fine. I agree, Phantom. It's if it's 170 million, then I don't want Osimhen. We just can't spend 100 million in every position. This is the reason why we sign a lot of youth players, which I agree. Absolutely, 170 million is what they are looking for. To be honest with you, 170 million with Osimhen deal. Sterling Sterling scores 1-0 victory. Phantom. Sterling goals are most valuable. I agree with you that Nkuku has not proven anything. But my question is, do you want him off the team since you only want premier proven players? Do you? That's a question, Phantom. That's a question Santiago is asking you because I saw a lot from Nkunku, and I don't want anyone to tell me anything different. I knew that if this guy is in the team, we will get more goals. So I'm not listening to anyone else tell me anything different. If Osimhen was cheap, no problem. Hello, my brother. I hope everyone is doing well. Yes, everyone is doing very well. I want to love you. Thank you very much. We are doing better. I'm doing better today. It's just cloudy and rain comes in and goes. So that's the only thing out here. But besides that, it's also chilly. A little bit chilly, not too cold, but I'm fine with that. I'm used to it. Okay. Yes, Christmas Eve is as people. Okay, let me take that again. Yes, Christmas Eve is as people once be able to make it home in time. Home home and is it intimate? All right. And okay, for Christmas. Okay. I work 12 hours 12 hours on Christmas, and it's not far to fair to my family, which I do agree. I do agree. Thank you very much. I want to love you for your comments. Sorry, busy night. Good night, Phantom. You have a good night too, my brother. We got just a few minutes to be done with the stream today. Thank you, Phantom. Thank you very much, everyone that is joining us today. Much love to each and every one of you that is supporting the channel from a distance. I went on and said, like I said, the Tonali thing. Big up to you, Alpha. Alpha said like and subscribe. Thank you very much, Alpha. Oh man, I was gonna call. I was almost message you. I almost messaged Alpha to find out if he was free because I knew he was active on the other platforms. I was going to ask if you're free, you can join me. If you have any opinion on the Tonali's issue right now, I've also talked about the Chelsea Trust. The news coming from Chelsea supporters trust. Yes, they also complain about a Christmas Eve fixture, which they don't want it. There hasn't been any game being played on a Christmas Eve since 1995, and they don't want that game to be played. So I don't know what your opinion on that. Also, if you have an opinion, you want to join me here, and you're free. Only if you're free, Alpha. Anyone, if you're free, you can join me. I'll send a link in there. If you're free, you can click on. If you're not, then that's fine. Some other time we can find another time and then talk about this later on. As I'll send a link in there, like I do all the time. The platform is not for me to sit down here alone and talk. It's all for you guys to get engaged in the conversation. So thank you for even listening, and everyone that have liked the show so far. I say thank you very much for doing that. It's always a pleasure. It's always nice to have people on. Yes, send your comment in. Alpha said, Chelsea supporters trust out for the fans. They are a great organization. Yes, they are, but they are complaining. Their complaints about the Christmas Eve, the Christmas Eve fixture that is supposed to be Wolverhampton, Wolves, and Chelsea. And they said, according to them, is going to occur. They have to employ more staff. It means that you have to get people, you have to get more staff, people to take care of the pitch for that game, people to take care of food, people that will come in also, the stewards and all that kind of stuff. It involve a lot of money. Welcome, my big brother Alpha is on the stream with Ryan. Welcome to the stream.
Thanks very much, Nee. Good to be here. I've been listening to the show. It's been a great show. Covered a range of topics, and good to see some familiar names in the chat as well. I hope everyone's enjoyed the content, and continue to like, subscribe, and support the channel and support Nee.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for taking the time. I know how busy your work schedules are, but you still get time. When you have the time, you hop on and see and listen to what we have going on here. I have some few key questions because the stream has been going for quite a while now. I have some few questions. I want to ask you. Gulam Mustafa is trying to join. Gulam, can you get yourself out and come back again because it says device not connected. So you have to either do it again and then you will get in here. So my question to you, Mr. Ryan, is Sandro Tonado. What's the name again? What's his name again? Yeah, Tonali. Yeah, Sandro Tonali. Apologize for butchering someone's name. Sandro Tonali's situation right now. Do you think that AC Milan knew the problem that was coming for Tonali and they rush out to sell him to Newcastle United?
My personal opinion is yes. I think they had some inside or foreknowledge that the player, had done some potentially incriminating criminal betting activities. And I guess it's for Newcastle to prove whether Milan knew that and didn't communicate that to them when they purchased the player, and if there's any legal consequences that they can consider. But I feel, yeah, personally, it's very possible that AC Milan knew.
That's how I feel. And do you think that do you think that Newcastle United Football Club will go in trying to ask questions to AC Milan if they knew this? Why didn't they alert them? Or do you think they just let it go for Sandro Tonali? And also, he's been appear. It's been rumored that it's not rumored. It's stated that he might still go on and train with Newcastle United whilst he's going through his rehabilitation problems.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very expensive transfer. If I remember correctly, £70 million, somewhere in that region.
Yeah.
He became the most expensive Italian footballer of all time. So definitely, it's an expensive asset for Newcastle, and they'll do their due diligence now to see, whether he was under investigation or AC Milan knew and didn't disclose it during the transfer dealings, and yeah, there may be legal consequences. It's a big blow for Newcastle. He's a new player. He had an injury. He was just starting to find his groove, and then suddenly this bombshell. The Italian authorities are investigating him, and then actually it seems like a very quick resolvement. Prosecution set to be banned for 10 months.
Okay.
I do expect Newcastle will go into the transfer window in January now to plug that gap. Could be Calvin Phillips. It could be some other defensive midfielder.
Do you think if Newcastle knew this was coming, they wouldn't even spend money on Tino Livermenti from what's his name, Southampton, right? If they knew this was coming.
If they knew this was coming, absolutely. I mean, just as a comparison, look at the Lucas Paquetá to Man City. Mm-hmm. Everything was agreed. Contracts are ready to sign. And then suddenly the news broke about his investigation for betting, and Man City pulled out immediately.
Right. Okay, thank you very much, Ryan. I have Gulam Mustafa, first time call on the show. Gulam, welcome to Football Minutes live on Blue Clouds Media, my brother.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
It's going all right. It's going all right. It's nice to have you on the show. What's your concern? What do you want to contribute with us today?
Well, first I was trying to put comments in the chat, but I don't know what's going on. It's a glitch on my side. I can't even send a comment.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I send you a screenshot on Discord as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll check it. I'll check into that.
But the thing about the Tonali issue is that it's a very slim chance that Newcastle, get a lawsuit on AC Milan, because they have to prove that AC Milan was involved in the betting situation of Tonali,
Okay.
or maybe encouraging him to do that, because these are the things which happens off the pitch, not on the pitch. So it's maybe 2 3 players who are betting. I think there were more than players who was betting, were Italian bureau investigations, and
Um,
it's a very slim chance if Newcastle were to get to AC Milan to sue them.
Let me address this real quick. I hope any of my moderators did not time anyone out, because there's no reason why Ghulam Mustafa's messages are not showing. None of them are showing here on my platform. None of them are showing, and this is weird. So please, I hope any of you haven't timed him out. Someone has timed him out, because this is weird. There's no way someone can comment without showing on a platform, because when I see on YouTube, nothing shows that he's commented on the YouTube, but I see your screenshot that you sent to me, and the time and everything is right there. You said hello, and then having read it, you said Newcastle United could take legal action against AC Milan after Sandro Tonali was handed a 10-month suspension from all football for 10 months, but their chances of victory will be slim. Okay, so none of your comments is showing here, and I don't get it. I don't get it. So I hope in none of you, because I will see if someone times someone out when I go into the studio, I'll find out. I'll find out from there. So if anyone have done that, Phantom, I hope you haven't done that yet. Who else? My moderators, Alpha also is my moderator there. Who else? I want to love you, and also Santiago. Y'all are on my you guys are my moderators, and I hope you guys haven't done anything like that. I know you wouldn't. Okay, so what happened? Okay, I don't know why it's showing this way. I think I have to change my setup. All right, I'll go with this right now. All right, so Gulam, you've said it all with regards to the Tonali situations right now. The AC Milan issues. Steven, sorry, Ryan. So, what's the way forward for these gambling things? Do you think that FA should employ a different department that will coach, or will maybe like how do you call it? Like, I don't know how they call it. Like a program that walk these Premier League players through each and every season, trying to talk to them and teach them about this, to trying to stay away from gambling. Ryan.
Yeah, I think there definitely needs to be some education.
Yeah, education.
I know we've spoken about this topic in the past, about here in the UK, the government's proposing an independent regulatory body, to regulate the football industry. And this could possibly be one of its initiatives, is to help educate and prevent gambling addiction for players. But I definitely feel the football clubs themselves, as the employers of these players, need to take responsibility as well. They're the ones that are paying them big salaries, money in their pocket. They need to make sure that these players are financially responsible, with what they do with their earnings as well. And yeah, just adding on the Tonali situation, I think the other caller is absolutely correct. Newcastle would have to prove Milan that Milan were involved in the in his betting situation. I think Tonali only bet on AC Milan to win matches. He didn't bet against them losing games. And if they were, privy to his betting activities, then there'd be serious consequences for AC Milan as well. Because it was almost then would be like a collusion between the club and the player on outcomes of games.
It could be that AC Milan has let's say fraud Newcastle United in that way, that they knew what was coming and they rushed out to sell the player without telling the current parents club about the situation of Tonali. Maybe.
Yeah, possibly. And then
But
also just as a co-conspirator, um, duly involved in the betting activities.
okay.
If they knew that he was betting on AC Milan to win games.
All right, so guys, this is Phantom. If you look at your comments already, sorry, busy night. When Phantom left, oh, it's right there on the screen. That was all the comments coming from Ghulam Mustafa. It's right on the screen, and I don't know why it's not. There's a screenshot from him, but when you look at the screenshot, it's right there. But you can see them on YouTube, and I don't understand why it's not showing on YouTube. So I want you were asking of the name. That's the name over there. Is Ghulam Mustafa, as he's also a mod for the channel. So, Ghulam, you had my question to Ryan. Do you think that there should be an education or something program line up for these players? Before you come in, sorry, give me a second. Let me read this real quick. I want to love you. Says sorry. No, it's autocorrect, which I figured that out. I mean, Christmas Eve is important as people want to be able to make it home in time for Christmas, not far to the players or their families. Okay. Were you think okay? He's in the timeout, or were you thinking he's in the timeout? What's his name on YouTube? Which I just said, Ghulam Mustafa. I don't see anything or anyone blocked or nothing showing in a timeout on YouTube, my brother. Okay, thank you very much for checking that on me. I'll find out why his comments, his messages and comments were not showing. I'll find out why. Is he on YouTube watching on Facebook? I mean, if it's still, even if it's watching on Facebook, it should be able to appear on my screen here. If it's okay, hold on. Gulam, were you watching the stream on Facebook or YouTube? I think this is YouTube.
I'm on YouTube.
Yeah, I think this is on YouTube. Yeah, the screenshot is coming from YouTube. So, all right, that's just by the way. So go ahead, Gulam. Let's try and we got just 3 minutes to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think in order to stop the betting, I think the first thing is to stop those companies sponsoring the football teams, because in the past I think there were few companies involved in the major sponsorships of the football team. I don't know it's in the Premier League or it wasn't majorly they were
Yeah, in the
in the
Premier
Italian
League they were.
football league.
I think
Yeah,
they've stopped that for now.
yeah,
I'm very
they
sure they
did
have. But
stop.
go ahead.
Yeah, they did stop that, but they couldn't stop the activities happening off the pitch. So how Tonali was came to know because his account was found on one of the betting site under his name. That's how he was get caught. So I think in order to for an investigation on organization to happen, they should stop these footballers in order to create their account on such betting platforms. That's the first thing to do.
I think it's even going to be difficult, Ryan and Mustafa. It's going to be very difficult because you can stop Tonali's name, but then he can use a different name and create a different profile.
Yeah, that is true.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut in, Nee, because with Paquetá, wasn't it that his family members or friends in Brazil set up created accounts, so not under his name, but relatives and families.
That's right. That's what I was just saying. Because all right,
But
so
what do
go
you
ahead.
make of how far will Newcastle will go to protect Tonali? Because I've seen some of the comments coming from the head coach. They will go as far as land to show their love and support.
With the love and support, every football club will do that. That they're behind him, and I'm very very happy he's even allowed to train with Newcastle. Although he's been on suspension and he's not playing active football, and even when Italy qualify, he's still not going to play with Italy because of that 18. I think 18 months, 10 months from football, and then 18 months for I think what they call it, the rehabilitation or whatever it is for him to go through and then trying to stay away from I don't think that's going to help. I don't think that's going to help. But they are adults. They I don't know, Ryan and Gulan. There's so many things going out there, betting adverts and commercials, and the same people would say that if you know someone who is addicted or has issues with gambling, you should call this number. And the same people are advertising for gambling on radios and TVs and everywhere. And after they advertise their business, and then behind it, then they said, okay, if you know someone who is addicted or who has issue with gambling, you should call this number. Then what the hell? Why wouldn't you stop advertising these programs on the radio and TV?
Yeah, Nee, let's not forget as well. He's a multi-millionaire footballer. He would have appointed expensive lawyers who would have told him exactly the steps he needs to take. And if I'm not mistaken, he entered a plea bargain, right, with the Italian authorities. So he was supposed to be banned for something like 2 years, 18 months to 2 years. He's actually got off quite lightly. He's got a 10-month
because
ban.
he said he was
Like you said,
involved.
exactly. He admitted guilt, and he said that he has a gambling addiction problem, and now he'll be doing anti-gambling adverts and education, and a 10-month ban, which impacts Newcastle and also I think the Euros as well. So if he won't be able to represent Italy for some of the early games of the Euros. So I think when you think of all the factors, they've taken a lighter stance with him than they could have. So I think he should feel fortunate with the outcome. It could have been worse.
It could have been worse. Ryan said, "Go ahead, Gulam."
In Italy, I don't think the gambling itself is banned unless you're doing it from the legitimate platform.
Okay.
I think he was caught on being one of the illegitimate platforms where you can place more bets than the usual ones.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So Italy is being a hub of gambling, like I said. There was another player in Juventus. I think he also got caught up in such kind of thing. I don't remember his name, but there was a news about him in the last week.
Is it from Italy?
Yeah, he plays for the Juventus.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if it's coming from Italy. Those are the things that Italians do a lot: gambling, this what do you call it? I don't want to say that name, but yeah, we've seen movies.
Tax evasion.
Yeah, those things is very, very common in Italy. A lot. It's very, very common. We know the things with the Maradona back in the days. The reason why he won the Scudetto for Napoli and how he won it. There's so many things behind it. It's not just Naples alone. Naples is just like a world on its own. So that's just but the last thing we're gonna discuss. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Go on, Nee. Sorry.
No, I'm done. I was going to go to the next. I thought we were done, so I was going to go to the next topic. Then we wrap up. But go ahead.
Yeah, all I wanted to ask, because I joined late towards the end, whether you'd already discussed the Christmas Eve rescheduling for Chelsea.
Yeah. If you have anything you want to say, drop your 2 cents.
Yeah, just I agree with you. I agree with Stephen. I know we've discussed this offline. It's just outrageous, really. And had to be Chelsea, isn't it, of all the clubs? First time in 15 years, right? They're playing on Christmas Eve. It's just
since 1995.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No one has ever played on Christmas Eve. And what the supporters trust fan are saying is it has to incur more. They have to look for other new staff, new people to come and work on that day. So anyone that is scheduled has anything in mind that we'll be doing on Christmas Eve, which has to do with weddings, engagements, and all that kind of stuff, we have to be put on hold, or you have to compensate people to come and work for you on Christmas Eve because it's not in their calendar, and they want to fight it.
It definitely does feel you've been almost cherry picked. You've been selected because you're a rich club, because you've got a lighter fixture load this season. You're not in Europe. Almost does feel like that.
Yeah, that's
out of all the clubs in the Premier League, you've been targeted.
Yeah,
which is not fair.
that's
Yeah,
not fair.
it's
It's not fair.
discriminatory. It's not right.
Yeah, it's not right. Just one
And
club.
it's now a record. It's a record as well, isn't it, in terms of how much
Hmm.
turnaround you
Yeah,
have,
since
recovery
1995.
time. Yeah, it's crazy. This is exactly what will contribute to injuries, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we're trying to. Too many games within a short period of time. Another game, another game, another game, another game. We have to try and stop it, and it's never ending. All right, so happy days. But I know Chelsea fans, the players, are not happy with this. But then the last thing that we're going to talk about is the link for Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, according to ESPN, Chelsea target Victor Osimhen will likely be getting a move away from Napoli in the next few months. Italian value this young guy as 170 million mark, according to one guy from ESPN called Janusz Michallik. Speaking on ESPN, Osimhen is much more likely to sign for Chelsea, and the pundit says that that move to Stamford Bridge makes a world of sense for Victor Osimhen as the Blues finally look to solve their long-standing striking issues. So it looks like the destination for Osimhen will be Chelsea. Ryan and Mustafa, what do you guys make of the situation right now with Osimhen? I know people will say, okay, we need Ivan Toney. And I have my issue with Ivan Toney. He's not Premier League proven. Victor Osimhen is not Premier League proven. And I did say something from the beginning of the stream before you guys joined. I said, Osimhen, to be honest with you, he's not a Premier League proven, but he is an international player. He has lots of cap game for the Super Eagles, the Nigerian national team. And also he have Champions League record in terms of how he plays. He has good record in the Champions League, and he's out and out striker. He's still scoring in this current, the Syria and the current season that he's playing in Italy. He's still banging in goals, top scorer for Italy last season. And he's still continuing his. So Osimhen and Ivan Toney. Osimhen is very, very young. Ivan Toney is around 28 years old. How long can you have Ivan Toney? If you have 5 years for Ivan Toney, can Ivan Toney continue the way he plays in 5 years compared to Osimhen if you give Osimhen 5 to 6 years? Ryan and Mustafa, over to you guys. What do you make of this move for Chelsea? Premier League proven and un-Premier League proven. Which one will you going for?
Mustafa, what do you think?
I will go for Victor, to be very fair, because he was a part of the team in Napoli, which we believe were below the table in Syria for many years, and he was the one who led them to win the Syria trophy last year. So I don't think Chelsea wouldn't mind to having such a track record with a striker who can score goals from different positions and can, support the team in every situation in a way. Ivan Toney, I'm not too sure about what's the link up Chelsea with it, but I'm also sure that Victor will wait and see. Like I saw this tweet of Fabrizio Romano. He said he will wait and see how the things come up. Maybe he will renew the contract with Napoli, maybe he doesn't. So his contract is going to be expired very soon. So, and Arsenal is also linked up with him, and they are also interested in signing him. So that would be a good thing to watch, how Chelsea can take away from that.
And then I know Ryan. Let me go to Ryan and let me see what Ryan have to say. Ryan, Osimhen.
Yeah, I like Ivan Toney. I think he would fit in quickly and well into Chelsea's system. I think he's Premier League proven. He's obviously been out of action for a long time, and he has all that baggage with him. But I think he's a player who wants to take the step up, to the elite level with an English club. I could see him just seamlessly fitting in to Chelsea and scoring goals straight away. So I can see why Chelsea are pursuing him. From what I've been seeing being reported in the news, Chelsea have done a lot of groundwork to get Ivan Toney over the line, and that's more likely to happen than Osimhen in January. That's from what I've been reading in the media.
Jesus Christ. But to me, look, let me put it this way. I prefer Victor Osimhen. To be honest with you, I prefer Victor Osimhen because it's not always that you bring in Premier League proven players that are jail. And it's not always that you bring in players from outside the UK to the Premier League that has worked. So every transfer is a hit or miss. Every transfer you can make, it can be a hit and miss. Who knew that what's his name? This Calvin Phillips will be a flop at Manchester City. It's not about the injury alone, Ryan and Steven. It's not about his injury. It's not about his injury. Maybe it's not good enough for Pep Guardiola. That's how I feel. And they have to find a way and sell this guy in the January transfer window. So they made him play a couple of games, get match fit, and then sell him to Newcastle. So who even thinks that Ivan Toney?
With Osimhen, I just think that you would have to sell him the long-term project. And, say you sign him in January and you don't qualify for the Champions League. So he's moved from a Champions League team that just off the back of winning Serie A, and then now he has to spend a year out of the Champions League.
Ryan,
so, that's something you have to consider as well.
I don't think that every player thinks about playing in Champions League all the time. I don't think every player that thinks that way, because if you should think that way, where was Manchester United when they brought in Jadon Sancho? Were they in Europe? But Jadon Sancho fancied the project, and then he bought into it. Chelsea had no Champions League. They were able to get Enzo Fernandez. Chelsea had no Champions League. I think we have Enzo Fernandez when we were playing the Champions League, didn't we?
When you were playing, Frank Lampard. I know what you mean. Yeah, it was January, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was January. So, but Chelsea still did not have players like Caicedo. They know that Chelsea don't have Champions League, but they still sign with the football club. So that's what I'm saying. It's not all the time.
Caicedo's from Brighton, but yeah, I take your point. Yeah. I just think Osimhen, he's coming off the back of winning Serie A. He's scoring goals in the Champions League.
Yeah.
You just maybe have to work a little bit harder to convince him of the project. Whereas Ivan Toney, he's English, he's hungry, he's joining from Brentford. His eyes will light up if Chelsea make an offer for him. I don't think he'll think twice.
And the reason why I'm saying maybe Osimhen might be easy one. No, Gulam, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I was going to tell some interesting fact. Even Toney was also involved in the betting thing. He also got into a band stuff.
Who? Ivan Toney.
Yeah. And do you think the Chelsea would want such kind of a player in their profile where in future there are chances he could be again involved? Because he's, at the end of the day, people who are addicts, they are always into that stuff.
Yeah. Addicts are always addicts. Ryan, what's your report on that? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's a very fair point. It's definitely a risk. But then when he's scoring 20, 30 goals a season in England,
no one that.
Maybe it's a risk. It's a risk worth taking, yeah. But yeah, obviously he's gone through the whole rehabilitation now. You would think that he's learned his lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's certainly a very fair point.
Okay. Just like one of the reasons why I think that Osimhen might fit the bill is also he is very close to legend like Jean-Michel Obi. He's also very close to Didier Drogba. He idolized Didier Drogba. He idolized lots of Chelsea players, and also George Ponvier, who is the only, I said from beginning, the only African player who's won the Ballon d'Or since I think it's somewhere around 1995. George Ponvier from Liberia. So I was saying that he idolizes people, and they have said certain things in regards to where Osimhen to go, and I know he will listen to them. Drogba said the same thing. He's talked to Victor Osimhen, and I feel like the guy will fancy the Chelsea project, and I fancy him. He's also going to be there for if he gets there, he'll be there for a long time compared to Ivan Toney. Maybe 4 years out of Ivan
True.
Toney. Best 4 years
I think,
out of Ivan
but
Toney.
also on the flip side, Ivan Toney will cost you less. I don't know exactly how much less, but he will definitely cost less than Victor
70
Osimhen.
million.
Um, compared to how much would you pay for Osimhen? Do you think Osimhen's still got a number of years left on his contract, hasn't he?
No, not that
He's
many
got at
years.
least 2 or 3 years on his contract.
I'll check.
I mean, Victor Osimhen, you'd be looking at 100 million at least.
Gulen, can you check that for me? And see how much more contract left on his. How
But
much
also,
more years is left?
Ivan Toney's 27 years old. He's in his peak right now, or approaching his peak. You'll get a good 3-4 years out of him, and then you can sell him on, and then get young striker in world class. And who knows what Chelsea will be like in 3-4 years' time? You'll be further down the line in this project.
The only way I'll see Chelsea going for Ivan Toney if they want a quick fix. But if they have patience, they said, okay, we've given this coach 5 years to take the team somewhere and start winning trophy, then I wouldn't think they were rushing for Ivan Toney right now, unless they want a quick fix.
Yeah, Ivan Toney's contract is till June 2025.
No, we're talking about Victor Osimhen.
Oh, Victor.
Yeah. So, yeah, once you get that, then once you're done with that one, we can just wrap it up here. It's been a wonderful stream. We got I think 8 likes. Thank you guys very, very much for dropping all your likes. Alpha, thank you very much for finding some time and joining us here. My Steven is not doing well, so I was going solo. I was actually going to do it for just half an hour, and then it keep going. It keep getting interesting. The comments start coming. Then Alpha popping, then Gulam also popping, and then it's gone over an hour. Alpha, what's
contract is going to expire in 2025.
2025. So means about 2 more years. Or I'll say a year. 1 more year.
Yeah, 1 more year.
1 more year, because we already at the end of 2023. So it's 2025, 1 year. Right?
Yeah.
Don't you think that could be the reason why Napoli will sell him now? Because if you have 1 more year left, it means that you have every right to start talking to other football clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. 1.5 seasons left. So, plus also, he's in conflict with the club and the fans currently as well.
Yeah, with that, he said they were mocking him on social media with that penalty miss. Oh goodness. Okay, guys. It's been a wonderful stream. Much love to Alpha. Are you off today? Or are you still at work?
Who's the Alpha?
You, Ryan.
Oh, me.
Someone named himself. Yeah. Forgot his name.
I'm off today.
You're off today. Oh, I'm very happy. So, yeah. But it's nice. It's nice you join. All right. So thank you guys. Much love to everyone. My name is Nate Zion, co-host by Ryan89, a very, very strong Liverpool fan, and Gula Mustafa, who supports every football club. He's just a football fanatic. He's not a Chelsea fan. He's not a Real Madrid fan. Nothing fan. He just supports football. He loves football. And thank you to all you, the viewers, that made this stream possible. I want to say thank you very, very much. Thank you to all my viewers that watch this show live on Blue Clouds Media on Facebook, and also those that watch it on live on YouTube. Thank you. You made this stream going. With you guys, I won't get the motivation to be able to come here all the time. You the best, bro, coming from Santiago. Santiago, you the best. You always motivate me to come over here and continue doing what I'm doing. And I know one day we are all going to celebrate together. We're enduring that pain with the numbers not that big, but I still have that hope that one day it will tend to millions of people watching us, either from this platform or a different platform. Or I'll say, thank God, thanks big to Allah and thanks big to God. It's all God that does everything, and I'll keep on doing what I'm doing. Santiago supporting me. I123 also supports me. Gulam Mustafa, everyone, Ryan Alpha, everyone, Phantom of Many Topics, much love to you. Santiago, I've mentioned your name, and Metaface Doom, and everyone that are always come on the show to support the channel, and always, they drop their 2 cents. So thank you guys. Gulam, thank you very much for coming on, and then Alpha, thank you very much, guys. Little Desperandos, like I always say, hang on to hope. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV.